right, everybody, welcome back to Big Balls Fantasy Football. Because it's the final show of the regular season, we had to bring Cash in with his cash book to give you 3 gambles of the week in case your lineups are in really dire need going into that championship game. Cash is here to help you out with some really unique out-of-the-box picks to fill in that lineup and get you some points. How's it going, Cash, there in Texas?
Hey, Jenilee. Hey, Greg. Going real well. It's warmer here than it is in the cold places such as Green Bay and Minnesota and Detroit. So it's going well.
And he got the memo. He wore a Christmas hat.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
There's reason to be joyous because of where the Bears are. So at this juncture in time. So anyway.
Indeed. All right, give us those gambles.
Well, I'm going to say the best for last, but let's lead off with Kirk Cousins. The Washington Redskins, a quarterback, coming in for RG3, as you know, was kind of a debacle. Redskins have had a tough seasons, but he looked very capable of them, and he's going to do real well. He's going to put up some numbers. I imagine if your quarterback is injured, you need to pick somebody up. Go pick him up. He's good for 2-3 touchdowns in the next 2 weeks.
I was going to say Dallas's defense is playing terrible, as we saw against Green Bay. So I think he can easily get 2 to 3 touchdowns. I like that one.
Especially if Dallas gets ahead. For some reason, Dallas lets teams come back in the second half, I hear.
Yeah, he'll be throwing a lot.
Who's your next one?
The next one guy who just came back from major hip surgery is Dennis Pitta. He's not somebody new, Baltimore Ravens, who's a proven tight end, but he was on the shelf for a while, and he's slowly making it back. I believe in the previous game, before the Lions game, he had about 6 receptions for 50 yards. Flacco was beginning to look for him more and more. This is a run-oriented Ravens team that's improving, and is going to need that out. And that's what Dennis Pitta is going to provide. So if you need a tight end, go pick him up. What do you think about that, guys?
I like that one a lot. I mean, Prost gave his blunder of the season as Ray Rice. So we know the Ravens running game has just been really, really horrible. So Pitta is a great choice this week because, as you say, they need somebody to throw to, and the receivers haven't been burning it up either.
And I think Pitta, is Flacco's safety blanket, really. So I think when he's in trouble or looking for someone, he looks Pitta's way. So I like that one. So who's your last one, Cash?
So my third one and last one for the season, according to my cash book, is Jay Cutler, who's had a tough season, up and down, especially with injuries. And, there's some controversy with Josh McCown doing so well. He should come back. But I really believe the Cleveland game gave him the opportunity to get some of the Kings out. And the next 2 games, especially with some of the defenses they're facing, the Vikings put up 48 points on the Philadelphia. I think he's going to do real well. He still may throw a pick or 2, but I think he's probably going to register somewhere in the vicinity of probably 5 TDs in the next 2 games. And, Bears, everything's on the line. They've got a incredible, the best passing game that this franchise ever seen. So go get him, Jay. What do you guys think?
Go get him, Jay. He definitely, I like him, and I always defend him, and he makes it hard for me to defend him when he throws those interceptions. But like you said, our receivers have just been making so many plays. He doesn't have to do it all on his own. Forte's been making plays, so I think it's great. I think, again, Philly's not a good defense, like you mentioned. I think he should have at least 2, maybe 3 touchdowns.
I think it's wonderful. I think it's awesome. So, we have come to the end of our Christmas spectacular here on Big Balls Fantasy.
He didn't give his award.
Oh, we need the award.
So here we have the first ever BOLAS GRANDE Award. And that, this year, goes to Phillip Rivers, who nobody expected to do real well. He's stepped up big time. Of course, he's had help with, coming from an unexpected wide receiver Allen, but he's made it happen with Eddie Roll as well, and give him a lot of credit for stepping up and being able to deliver on the field and on the fantasy page.
He's just had a ton of touchdowns this year, and except for a few games where he's beaten himself, I think he's really brought it on, especially yardage-wise. I mean, every game he's been reliable yardage-wise. If he's burned you on the interceptions, he's at least made it up, gotten you like 300 yards. I think it's a really good gamble that people took out of the box, and I think it paid off.
Yeah, and he wasn't drafted on most teams. I mean, he was out there on the waiver wire, so that's a great gamble award for our first one.
Well, as we said, this was the year of the quarterback on our show, and quarterbacks are plentiful out there. So, yeah, he was still sitting out there, and unfortunately people went with, like, Tom Brady like I did and got burned quite a few weeks on it. So, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's the beautiful world of fantasy.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just luck. That's what we say.
All right. So what are you doing for Christmas, Cash? What's it like there at the Cash household for Christmas?
Well, it's going to be very quiet. I don't think anybody may be here because we're all going to be in Southern California.
That's right.
Maybe joining you for one podcast episode and checking out the Packers-Bears game at Tinhorn Flats, and well as checking out the great weather and the attractions that Southern California has to offer. So hopefully we'll be cheering on the Bears to a division title as well.
Yeah,
I hope so. And you're going to love Tinhorn, so I won't be there, but you're going to absolutely love it.
It's going to be the big rock candy mountain of games, the Packers versus the Bears, for the division, more than likely. Yeah. So you're coming for a great game.
More than likely.
Yeah. So we're at the end of our Christmas spectacular here, us bros and us hoes in the hats.
Hey, watch it.
Well, then you can be a bro, I'll be a hoe. How's that sound?
I like that.
All right, see? We're equal opportunity here at Big Balls Fantasy Football. You can catch our more picks on our podcast at blogtalkradio.com/GRR and get more picks for your playoff pleasure to have you win that championship game. You can also, of course, tweet us your questions at BigBallsFBall.
Absolutely. Be sure to tweet us. I was on Twitter kind of going nuts with that Lions-Ravens game last night, so I was actually tweeting. Mm-hmm. But also go to our hub, bigballsfantasyfootball.com. We have all of our past shows on there, all of our bios, great pictures. So we have so much on there for everyone to check out. And like us, spread the word on Facebook. It's facebook.com/bigballsfantasyfootball. Tell all your friends. We'll be back here for the Tinhorn finale. We're going to do a Super Bowl show. We have a ton of stuff coming in the off season as well. Mm-hmm. So go hit us up.
More retro shows. Catch our old retro shows on our YouTube channel, Big Balls Football. And you can catch up on the season because we're going to continue on the Bears Super Bowl season after this. Hopefully we've won a Super Bowl by the time we do those shows.
That would be nice.
Yeah. That'd be a really nice past Christmas gift. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for watching, and ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you're celebrating. Best wishes from us here at Big Balls.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas, and thank you, Cash.
Yeah,